Yo, Deej here with a block rock analysis. Pound sign, hashtag pound sign. Today, we're bringing back the Nutty lower level series. The series where you guys submit your games to me, and we look at them, see where things went wrong, see where things can improve, and as always, they're nutty. They earn the name. These are some lower level stuff, some stuff that might make you cringe, that might make you laugh, that might make you vomit on the inside, but we love that shit on this channel. Anyway, this series, this time we're in for a special treat. Similar to the Blackblup game and Jay the Peacemaker or whatever, these are people in the 700s. That's right, JPRS, Mr. Numin over here. Yeah, we're talking 700s. It doesn't even matter what part of the 700s. If you're in the 700s, that's all you need to know. 750, 700, there's no difference as far as I'm concerned. Once you're in the 700s, in the lower percentile, I think they were in like the second percentile of worst scores, but I appreciate the boldness of submitting the games in this series because we all like a good laugh, we all like to learn. Anyway, before we talk about the players, let's look at this map right here. This map right here is called Misty, and I actually love this map. It's a fog map. It's a high income fog map. Once you have equal properties, I believe each side gets 25,000 income per turn, which is like the third most behind Stalling Rod and one other fog map, I think. And so you're gonna get a lot of income. There's a lot of cities. This is one of them few maps where Kindle actually uses high society, and it's really strong. She can use her superpower because she's gonna get a lot of firepower bonuses. There's a lot of cities on this map, a lot of city chains on this map. Kindle is incredibly strong in tier 3, but we're not doing tier 3. We're doing tier 4. And another thing about this map you might notice, there's a weird new mechanic, 2 HQs, and you might be wondering, how the hell do you have to capture both HQs? How does this work? No. Well, 2 HQs, you're gonna get double income. You're gonna get 1,000 income for each HQ, so it's free extra city as far as you're concerned. But the thing is, if one of the HQs falls, you lose. Doesn't matter which one. This one's unprotected by a lander. This one's more vulnerable, but has a lander on top, so it's harder to capture. But it doesn't matter. You lose one of those things, you're out of the game. Another thing, there's a little port. You have a little lander that can transport troops from this base over here to this port or to this little shoal over here. If you have Sammy or Drake, you get the extra movement. You can transport from this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get that extra 7. Boop with Drake. Boom, and you can drop off a tank and infantry, etc. You also have a recon in the back and a comm tower that should be yours if you're yellow or pinky over here. So you got to kill off the recon with, say, either an artillery or a battle copter. Typically, you see artillery because it takes 2 shots to kill it. Battle copter can take up to 3 shots, especially if you have a weaker tier 4, tier 3 CO. So typically, see artillery shots from this over here to kill off the recon, and then you take it with either the lander or with the T-copter infantry. So there's a few mechanics. Some people actually go throughout the whole game not even capturing their comm tower, just full aggression, take control of the middle. Another fun thing about this map over here, the strong side, weak side. So you have this black boat blocking the strong side for the top over here for Mr. Brown Town over here. You kill off this. Usually, typically the meta is you see a day 3 artillery or a day 4 artillery. You blast this thing to smithereens with 1 artillery shot, 2 artillery shots, and a tank shot. And that will almost guaranteed kill it. Especially if you're playing with Grim. I mean, you're definitely going to see that thing dead in 2 shots, probably with an artillery. Grim will kill the other one in 2 shots, and Jake will kill Grim's in 2 shots. So you typically want to do that, then you get the nice chain, get the airport, chain, boom. And yeah, this is the strong side of orange. It's blocked off earlier on, but it's actually like, you want to get recons really early. Well, as soon as you break that black boat, you want to get recons and harass pink, because this is hard for pink to reinforce with just a single lander. There's just a single drop-off spot here, a single drop-off spot here, a single drop-off spot over here. You have to go further to drop off 2 units. So typically this is going to fall under the hands of brown eventually. In the beginning, you will get early properties. Typically, pink will get a lot of these properties, but they're going to become under brown control later on. Same goes over here. So you want to get recons over here if you're pink early, maybe day 6, maybe day 5, after the artillery typically, and harass and harass and harass. Artillery actually really good on this map too. You can put artillery in this forest over here, get control of the middle. And you can also shoot out the black boat. HQ cap is a real threat. I believe Sammy is actually not even tier 4 on this map because Victory Smart is super strong. I believe she's actually tier 3. So you see a lot of HQ caps on this map. I think I nearly lost to an HQ cap and then just lost anyway to Tordred on this map. He was Kindle, he used High Society. I can confirm it really hurts. So Kindle's super strong, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about tier 4. So tier 4, typically, I'd go Jake or Adder. Maybe Jake on this map because artillery are stronger, and there's a lot of planes. Adder is pretty good because of the battle copters as well, but Grim is just a weird pick. It's not a good pick. Let's just put it that way. It's probably one of the worst picks. Jess is probably better than Grim here. She is better than Grim here. I can't think of any worse CO than Grim, to be perfectly honest. The thing about Grim, though, he's better in Fog than he's in Standard because you don't know where his units are, so it's harder to zone off his super strong attacks. So he has some viability, but it's still pretty crappy. But Mr. Numin, he doesn't give half a shit. Mr. Numin saw a Grim guy, and he got inspired. But this isn't Grim guy. You guys have been spoiled with all the high-level Grim play. This is like your mama going up to, it's like, or you going up to your mom like, can we get Grim guy, please? She's like, oh, we got Graham at home, sweetie. Then you go home and it's like a box of stale graham crackers. That's the kind of Graham you're getting here. This is not the Grim guy play. This is Grim in bad hands is, well, you'll see. But luckily for him, Mr. JPRS, Toys R Us, whatever the hell his name is, he's not too great either, but we're learning from each other. He chose Jake. He chose the pick I would have chosen. Actually, to be honest, maybe Adder is better here, but I still picked Jake because I had a habit. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this game because it is nutty. So, starting in the top, got myself there. In the Browns towns, we got JPRS, JP Morgan. And over there, we got Numin. He moves his lander back here. Already a weird-ass move. I don't know why he didn't just move it up here to transport the infantry here so they can capture here to get the chain going. Instead, he's just going to flounder around for like a turn or two. So that already made no sense whatsoever. Mr. JPRS, though, is making more normal sense over here. You want to go immediately for the base first. You always go for the base before the other properties, people. You want unit count. And I always usually keep the lander on top of that HQ. Yeah, you can transport units in this little pond over here. Yeah, you can feed the ducks or whatever, but you want to protect your HQ. The HQ cap threat is real. There's going to be bombers. It's a high-income map. There's going to be neo-tanks. You want to keep your HQ covered for as long as possible, because the game typically ends with a big fight in the middle, and then you either lose by HQ cap, or you just get demolished by a conventional army smashing you in the middle. So, pretty standard, except for this weird-ass shit over here, but, you know, whatever. JPRS playing better so far. But he does not build an artillery here. I would have liked him to build an artillery here on this turn. Reason being, kill that black boat as soon as possible, bust through, stop Pink from getting any of these weak side properties, so you can behold your strong side as brown over here. But he chooses an infantry, a little more passive. I guess he wants to get some infantry capping this or this one over here. I understand, but it's typically day 3 meta to get that artillery. Let's see what Mr. Numin does. He does get an infantry over there a little turn later, but he eventually gets there. So I'm expecting. Oh, and he drops off. He had 2 infantry in there. Where the hell did that come from? He had 2 infantry in that lander? Oh damn. Okay. Well, okay, that works, I suppose. No hate. That's fine. I probably would capture the airport with the second one rather than doing 2 in there, but, you know, to each their own. Just a minor gripe. Neither of them building the artillery. We just got straight up infantry. A little passive. Honestly, if it's not an artillery, it's got to be a recon or something. Just something. Tank, maybe, if you can afford it. Numin could afford it. His EK in the bank. I don't know what he's doing, but, Numin, that's all I'll say. JPRS builds an artillery from over here, so he wants to kill the recon before he wants to kill the black bow, which I disagree with. You don't want the comm tower first. You want to get control of your strong side first. Build the artillery over here, and build infantry over there. Actually, get to build 2 artillery, one there, one there. Actually, that's fine. Build 2 artillery. I don't care, but like, that's just a weird place to buy the artillery. And I swear to God, if this artillery starts moving over there, I'm gonna lose my mind. But we're still going. Numi. The Numal. Just double recons. Okay. Don't really need that. I would have liked to see an artillery over here. Or an artillery over here if you want to kill the recon. You could have built a recon last turn too and chose not to, which is very... Oh boy. Okay, he's going triple recon. I Definitely a bad move over here. Like, you need to get infantry ferried over here and do some capturing. But on your weak side, you don't want to have a recon on your weak side. What are you going to interrupt? There's nowhere near any infantry over here at this point. And if there is, there's going to be tank backup soon enough. So it just doesn't really make sense in the slightest. So it appears like JPRS is going to kill off this recon early. He wants the comm tower early. It looks like this lander might be moving back in order to... well, it's dropping off the recon and then moving backward, I'm assuming. I don't see any T-copter yet. He might build a T-copter. Some people choose to use the lander to bring the infantry to capture that. Some people like to use the T-copter to transport the infantry. I'm more of the T-copter type because I use the T-copter later. Bring it back over here, then I use the T-copter to ferry and capture this corner over here. It's a little harder for the opponent to regain control even on the strong side without dedicating a T-copter or a B-copter to kill off the infantry. So I like T-copters on this map, not gonna lie. Okay, still no artillery over there. I guess you couldn't afford it, but... So let's see what these 3 Rikis doing. 3 freaky Rikis. Let's see if they do absolutely anything at all. Just kind of... This one's like going backward, like... I would have gone like there, but... Alright, I don't know. To each their own. And then that lander's just been chilling. It hasn't really been doing... Okay, we got 4 Rikis. What the hell? Numin. Dude, what the... I swear to God, I thought I watched this replay, and I thought I legitimately didn't notice he bought 6 recons. Jesus Christ. But, so Numin's, he's a character. And he didn't even move his recon back on the city, or on the comm tower to live the one shot. You would have lived if he was on that comm tower over there, but unfortunately for him, he just chilled on the shoal and died. Like a dog. So finally we're seeing from JPRS an artillery over there. Now we're seeing, man, it's artillery versus recons over here. Okay, I agree with this thing better because you can drop it in that forest to maybe defend this property a little bit longer. So that's not terrible, but like, I'd like to see some tanks, you know, some pressure. But yeah, we got a shit ton of recons. I'm talking a shit ton. This is the most recons I've seen this really. Okay, finally an artillery over here. It's going to try to kill that recon. No one cares about the black boat so far. It's very strange to me. Typically, day 3, day 4, kill the black boat. Get the airport. You get some bombers. You get some battlecopters. You get some, I don't know, whatever the hell you want. But no one's really feeling that. So he actually doesn't even bring the artillery down here. He brings it over here, which is interesting. But no one's got control of the middle yet. Despite all the recons, we do see this artillery finally looking like it's going to take out that black boat and the tank. So it's going to go tank hit, artillery hit, you're busting through, capture that airport. Especially as Grim, that thing's gonna sink like a stone. That beep, whatever the hell it's called, black boaty. Numin though, Numin, run recon, beep beep, beep beep attack, beep beep attack, beep 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 beep. Imagine you're JPRS, you're just playing like, I'm Jake, yo, Block Rock, yo. You see like 5 recons swarming the stream, like, what the fuck? It's like, beep, 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 beep. Like, geez, I would lose my mind. All these recons, he hasn't even seen the brunt of it yet. He's seen 3 recons, he's like, that's a lot. He's, you know, a little out of control. He's only seen 3 of the 6. Oh, and there's probably more to come. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, good for him. He stopped, and he got trapped over here. He like forgot the black boat is there, even though he knows his own black boat's in the airport. So obviously, the opponent says he forgot it existed. Dude, this Numin guy, I swear to God, he's a character. I love him. He's a lovable character. That's all I'll say. He's a lovable character. Oh, Numin. And there's like a sitcom like comedy laughter, like like a laugh track. Oh, Numin. Oh, takes the lander off to block because he notices later is like, oh wait, that recon can attack my artillery. So he realized a little late and he takes the lander off. I would not have taken it off. Just allow that hit, let the tank one-shot it. It's not the end of the world. So now his HQ is completely exposed, which is like, oh, you hate to see it. Dumb move here by JPRS. This is Numin's strong side, okay? It might not seem like it. Oh, I got these 3 properties. We're doing great over here. Numin's nowhere near. You just got like a recon or 2. No. Ping is going to overrun this side over here. This is Numin territory, all right? Numin's recons are Lumin. Got it? Numin recons. And they're accumulating. Okay, that's a stretch. And the recon reached it anyway. So nice lander job over here, but that recon doesn't give half a shit. There's so many beep and recons, they don't give half a beep, dude. And Numin's getting control of the middle. Despite all the boneheaded stuff we see so far, Numin his recons. 3 recons over there, 3 recons over here. What tank's only gonna be able to kill one of them? Maybe this one will kill that, and the other recon over there kill 2 of the 6 recons, but there's a lot. And I don't know why there's a mech over here. You could have done the same thing with an infantry and captured, but and no one hasn't even killed the port. Neither of them gotten the port yet, which is very bizarre to me. It just seems like a very typical thing to get early. And another recon. Because Numin's like, yeah, this one's probably gonna die. This one's probably gonna die. We gotta do some more. So, yeah, smart move. You want to interrupt the cap because you know Numin's weak side. But, yeah, so Numin knows the artillery's there. So I don't really agree with that. It's kind of obvious. You don't want to expose that to 3 literal recons. That just doesn't really make sense. Luckily for him, JPRS does have some tank backup, so he will be able to punish any Rikis that get out of control. Any Rikis that get freaky. But these Rikis are, they're not messing around. Beep, beep, dead. Beep, beep, dead. Beep, beep, dead. Didn't choose to kill the artillery over here. Instead, it opted to kill the infantry because he knows that is his strong side. Or maybe he didn't know that, but he's... I don't know, man. His mind's an enigma. I don't mess with the Numin, man. I don't mess with the Numin. He knows what he's doing. Somehow, some way. I don't like the tank build over here on this island. You want to build tanks over here and infantry over here. Maybe ferry them over using either a T-copter or maybe even using a... whatever the hell, lander. But the lander's way out of position, so it's going to take turns for that tank to get there. It's like you're waiting for a ferry and you want to go to an island and they're like, oh yeah, the ferry will be ready in like 2 minutes or 2 hours, dude. And you have to just wait there reading like cooking magazines, waiting the whole damn time. It hasn't never happened to me, of course. Yeah, I hate waiting for ferries. Anyway, Numi's, he's holding up for that wonky-ass build. He's holding up pretty decently so far. We're pretty even so far. Now we're seeing triple tanky Tordreds going on. Not quite, but we're seeing 6, 7 tanks for JPRS. He's ready to crush those damn Rikis. Those Rikis are going to get demolished by the tanks. Wait, Numi? Okay, Numi does have 3 tanks. And he has a battlecopter. No one's bought an anti-air yet. Gotta build an anti-air. It's day 11. I like to say in my videos, day 8 to 10, perfect time to build anti-air on the average map. Sometimes a little earlier, but never later. You gotta get that shit. Unless there's no airport, then, it goes without saying, but Numi's, okay, I don't mind that. You get some intel. It's gonna take 2 units to find it. I think it will die to a one-shot from a tank, though, but it actually might not because he doesn't have the comm tower yet. But Numi's sinks the Blackblup. Copter comes in. Now he's getting another, okay, recon. But why? Okay. But now JPRS is getting control of the middle. But Numi does have the income lead by virtue of having all these properties where JPRS is missing this property. And this infantry is snuck out of property over there, so give him some credit. But now JPRS has got control of the middle, essentially. JPRS feeling pretty good at this point. He's moving his lander. He's getting aggressive on his weak side. That's a sign that you're getting cocky. You're like, yeah, it's fine. All these guys like 20 recons are bad. I'll just build 20 tanks. That's literally like a quote from JPRS's brain at this point. But Numi ain't done. Numi's crazy. Numi's lazy. He's crazy. I can't even think of anything that rhymes. It's mildly funny. So I'm not going to try. But JPRS, boomba, going after the land over there. Boom, kills off another recon. He's like, yeah, I can kill recons all day. I got artilleries. I got infantries on the walls. I got tanks. It's a pretty nice triangle we got going on over here. It's pretty defended unless something goes behind, which nothing can at this moment right now. But if you kill off that, then a tank goes and kills that in one shot. Well, that's a problem. So maybe not quite the best wall. Let's see if Numi sees it. And if he doesn't see it, he should be diagnosed with blindness, because this is one of the easiest walls to see that will fail. One of the easiest walls. And he's completely forgoing this comp tower over there. He's like, I don't care. You can see both my bases. I'm going to be less firepower than you comparative. Well, he's going to have more because he's Grim, but like he's giving this up. I really want to kill that recon at this point because not only the comp tower, but it's the intel. He knows what he's building for the bases. He knows there's an infantry there. He knows there's a tank there. He knows when you're building anti-air. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake, because he's Santa Claus. And now this Mang's infantry. Well, you know what happens to Mang's infantry. You've seen his games. You see what happens to Mang's infantry. And we see a Haymaker. Haymaker's a superpower for you Grim noobs out there who don't know real Grim babies. You got Knuckle Duster. On this thing, there's a spelling error. It says Knuckle Buster. I don't know what kind of reading group you went into in elementary school, but it's Knuckle Duster, son. Haymaker's gonna beat the shit out of him, so I'm just waiting to see this, because this is cockiness right there. Cockiness needs to be punished. Cockiness has no place in this game. Here comes Numin. Boom! Okay, not too bad. Boom, dead. That's a one-shot for sure. Dead. That is a... Ooh, not maybe a one-shot with that over there. That is a one-shot. Doesn't quite kill that artillery over there, so he kind of missed just killing this off with the recon and then using the tank to... But, you know, he's Numin. He's Numin. He's Numin with the recons. And then this recon actually doing work, and it interrupted a random late airport cap over there, which is kind of sad, to be honest. You should have control of your strong side by now if you're JPRS. So it's kind of embarrassing that Numi's actually gotten a lot more properties. He got a 5K income advantage. Well, soon to be 4K. But pretty crazy stuff. And he's fighting into this, and I wouldn't fight into that because there's literally an artillery there. You see it now. I mean, it's too late now. He just kind of went in on it without any intel at all. That copter is also within range of his copter, so a little feisty. Don't really know what I think about that. And when I say I don't know what I think about, I know what I think about it. It's bad. So just a plot or spoiler alert. Boomba, dead, and you're capturing that. Capturing that. Okay. Copter's coming in. That's a one-shot. Attack from the city, my friend. Attack from the city. For goodness sake. For goodness sake. Attack from the city over here. You have extra defense. Now you can attack from the city and boom by you. Building a bomber. Day 14 bomber. This is a high-income map. Let us not forget. So, not unheard of, but... Numin. Now he attacks from... Okay, whatever. Now we see Blackblup. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. If he uses it properly. That's a one shot. That's a one shot. That's a one shot. And that's a one shot for sure. One shot. Yeah, there's a lot of units dying. The bodies are hitting the floor. That is just not a move. Building medium tanks. You're seeing dueling medium tanks, and see, he saw the medium tank being built so he can match it. That's the sad thing about letting this recon live. He can see what units you make and then match it. He knows where they're going. He knows this medium tank's going in the middle somewhere. He saw it even go up here, so he knows it's going towards this general vicinity. So you got to kill off that spy recon. You don't want a spy recon staying around. But JPR is feeling pretty good at this point. He's got a 5 unit advantage, but he does have less income than Numin, because Numin, he doesn't even give a shit about that port, but he somehow still has the income lead, which is very bizarre. But he's gonna have a pretty good income lead now. Knuckle Duster, excuse me. Boomba. Boom, boom. Now he's got a 6K income lead as a Grim. Yeah, you don't see that too often. That is just nutty. What is this planter peanuts bullshit? That is some nutty shit. Yeah, that's just hubris. Pure hubris right there. Boom, one shot. And you got to kill off that anti-air, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does not quite reach this, but you can one-shot that tank. Or maybe not one-shot. They probably want one-shot because he doesn't have the comm tower and the Jake power is active. Not even close to one-shot, too. I'm just... So that anti-air didn't even need to move. Imagine just like an aircraft controller, or not even aircraft controller, but just like sitting on an anti-air. And this is like a plane right in front of you, just like sitting there, like, press a button and just like explodes. Like, go back to reading Planter Peanuts magazine or whatever the hell kids read these days. I'm sure that's what they read. Play Among Us, read Planters Peanuts weekly. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. That's really random. But Numin is doing pretty good because considering everything, he's got 6k income advantage and he's got more unit value. And this is weird. How is this? JP's just kind of throwing his units towards the middle. He's kind of fighting into the meat grinder. He's fighting into artillery shots. He's fighting into tank shots. He's fighting into these copters. He killed one finally, but he like fought into it before he even had an answer to it. Now a bomber's going in, killing a recon, which is kind of strange, but you know, okay. Now this recon's coming and gets him the intel over there. And he's threatening an HQ cap because this lander moved off. And once you move off, you can't move back on because that HQ is on land, believe it or not. This is not Atlantis we're talking about. That lander's off. It cannot return to there. So now you just got a little dinky little infantry holding down the whole HQ. Got a freaking bomber, medium tank, tanks, copters, what have you. That thing is not going to hold the line, okay? Another bomber coming in. Bomber part 2. Base skips, even though he had enough funds to build an infantry. This lander hasn't been moving. This is some Carnival cruise lines kind of bullshit. The Carnival cruise lines have probably like crashed into an iceberg. Half the people died and they forgot about them or some shit. I don't know. Just like, dude, move back here. What are you doing docked over on the Galapagos Islands? Like, people got tired of the sea turtles 2 weeks ago. Like, come on, what's this Gilligan's Island bullshit? Like, come on, get an infantry over here. Start capping that port. That port's been waiting to be capped for so damn long. I'm feeling bad for the port. He's probably wondering if there's something wrong. The captain there's like, "Oi, why does no one like me? I thought they liked me ever since I killed Moby Dick." Now he's, okay, I don't even know where I'm going with this. He's Scottish now. Who knows? But he's lonely. I just wanted to get that point across. The crewmate in the port is lonely. He wants to be captured. Not in the sexual sense, or maybe in the sexual sense. I can't speak for him. But, you know, he's lonely. What? Gotta capture him. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But, there's a full HP infantry that can capture that. So, boom dead. Boom. Knuckle duster. Boom dead. Random ass shit. Move your tank forward for intel, not random ass infantry, please. Kids, don't do this at home. Captures that. Now, you had a recon too. Why do you need to see vision when you have a recon? Okay, well, luckily there's a bomber here. And is he gonna bust through that forest over there without knowing what's in it? That is a super Numin move. You have no idea if you're gonna get trapped or not, and just random chance it to kill us in one shot, or do you like hide because you see this? A normal player, kill off this anti-air, but Numin, I'm starting to understand how the Numin thinks. He doesn't give a shit about that if it dies in one shot. He's going to attack that medium tank. By God, if there's an infantry in there or not. What's the bomber going to do? Oh, he did it! Numin. Good job, Numin. You got it in you, buddy. 2 bombers, though. Is this going to be an early HQ cap? A Neo tank? What the hell? Why? Numin, he's got a 7k income lead somehow. How do you get away with this stuff so much? JPRS is doing some weird shit too, but like, Numin's just a character, man. Numin's a character. There's no anti-air at all. He's like a fighter or something. There's literally that, and there's 2 bombers. There is no answer for these bombers right now. There's no answer. And he's really trying to prevent the HQ cap. I'm pretty sure he could probably just like win. Oh no, not quite, because he's got too many units to win. This artillery is going to get in range soon. Oh, and the artillery can attack from a forest too with block rock. The extra 1 range using the superpower, or even the power really. So he's not going to win by HQ cap. But he can just kill a bunch of units, like, why not? Boomba, that's a shot. That's a 1 shot. That's dead. And killing the lander, or this... Okay. Fighting into that over there is a little strange, but, okay. Kill off that damn anti-air with the tank, bruh. Yeah, there you go. So now he has to either attack with a tank into that, or use the block rock into that. Actually, this tank, if he clears out some of the stuff, but those bombers are getting away with murder. Numi's basically won at this point. I didn't want to say it out loud, but like, look at how much money he has. Look at how many more units he has. He hasn't spent his money yet, and he's already got a 50k income lead. He's soon to have double the income or unit value that Mr. JPRS Morgan has. I'm convinced like something went on at that base. Something's wrong at that base. I don't know if there was an accident. Someone got run over by a tank. Someone got sick at the subway near that base. You know, God bless their heart. Funerals next week. But I don't know what the hell's going on. This tank's going rogue, man. I don't know what this... That's kind of cool, though. You get a little intel. I just chill in the forest, man. Why not? He has no idea anything's there. It's kind of funny, actually. I like that tank. It would be better off being a recon, but... And where's the equivalent of the anti-air? Okay, up right here. So he's got good coverage. You can cover off these units, except for the tank over there. So... okay, one bomber. This is safe from the anti-air. Believe it or not, safe from the anti-air. And at this point, Numi's spidey senses should be tingling. Should be like, oh yes, there's an anti-air nearby. I should not fight right into it without getting some intel. Maybe I move a recon forward before I use my bombers. That's what the spidey senses should be tingling. I don't think Numi's got the spidey senses. I think they skipped over him. Spider-Man didn't really get the spidey sense. He's got bit by an orangutan, and now he's like a were monkey. He's like, spidey sense. And he's like, I don't even know, man. He's a were-gorilla. That's all I'm going at. The long story. Capture that. Why are you putting immediate? It's not healing. That's your opponent's city, dude. You're not welcome to the party. Okay, now he's just going for the HQ cap. Actually, it might... No, he'll kill the copter. Close, but no cigar. Numi, I know you're trying. Interrupt this cap over here, bruh. Interrupt that cap, dude. That hasn't moved yet. Why doesn't that do something? Why don't you kill off that? Or just literally do anything? Okay, we got a rockets now that JPRS knows about. It's not even secret anymore because that recon's literally been there. I think Numi forgot about that, just like he forgot about the Blackblup. I think he forgot that recon is even there. He just forgot about it. Now we got something from the tank. I think they shut down the subway, put some red tape. It's a crime scene, some yellow tape too. But yeah, so no HQ cap for Numi. But he needs to put some units over here, or else his income lead is now only to 4K, slowly disintegrating, slowly losing it. But he will capture this in the middle at least. So he will have an income lead. And he's still got a shit ton of more units. Let's not kid us. He got less units count, but he's got a lot more unit value. And he's going to get higher now. Because he's got a Neo tank. There's no real answer. He should know that there is definitely an indirect in this forest at this point. This indirect is fired, what, 5 shots now? I think you get 9 shots at the beginning. So it's fired 5 shots now. Fool me once, shame on whatever the hell. Fool me 5 times, you need to freaking go to a zoo, you're a baboon. Like, that'd be weird. So hopefully he doesn't fight into that, because that literally has been there. It's a fixture now. And that tank was kind of cool. It finally got discovered, but, you know, God bless. Kill that off. There's literally not another anti-air, which is kind of sad. Let's see where that bomber goes. Going to kill off a 6H... Okay, I guess he's going to capture that next turn. Okay, so we will capture that at least. That's one thing he gets out of it. But Neo tank coming in. He's got super teched up units compared to JPRS. JPRS Morgan over here. He's not an heir to JP Morgan, that's for freaking sure. He's got tanks, an artillery, a copter, and a medium tank. Hyper advanced Numi's got 2 bombers, 2 Neo tanks, and a rockets, okay? Numi's like, the future is now. JPRS is like a caveman. It reminds me of like Patrick Star and SpongeBob when they go back in time and they're like the freaking caveman. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's the picture I'm getting. Dude, like, this is some Carnival Cruise Line bullshit. Is that like the COVID boat that was stuck off like the West Coast for like 10 months or something in the States during the beginning? Like, It's just been forgotten about. I mean, maybe it's the Titanic. That thing fucking crashed. But you know how it be. Now going for the HQ cap again. Dude, you need to kill that off. It's literally going to get a power and it's going to stop you. You need... That thing has fired 6 times. That artillery has fired 6 times. And you put the Neo tank in range of it even without a power. Oh my god. Numi. Builds another bomber. This guy is teching up like crazy, but he's not giving half a shit about these properties. He's just letting JPRS reclaim them. Still hasn't become advantage though. Was able to get the port. The coveted port. No one has captured this. I don't know how no one has captured that. I don't know how no one has captured that either. Like, these are, I understand. Like, these are contested the whole game. I get it. They don't have to be, captured, but... Oh, my God. And look at this. Numi. Boom. More than double the unit value. Goddamn, Numi. I don't know how you pulled this off. Maybe he's a hidden genius or some shit. But to do all these baboonian things and to be ahead by this much while doing it, maybe just effing around. I don't know. But he's not getting the HQ cap. He can try, but it's not really working out for him. These bombers are like blocking rather than attacking. Like, these should have been attacking units, not blocking. It's just so strange. Don't go all in on the cap like that. Because if it doesn't work, you're going to get roasted. And now we're starting to see the fighters. So now JPRS is like, yeah, I got some money too, boy. I'm starting to get that inky. That inky. Inky meaning income for the uninitiated. I got the inky, boy. And imagine your JPRS. You're like, oh, I'm going to capture his port. You see that it's white. You're like, something's wrong with that port. I'm not capturing that port. Something's wrong. That's bad vibes. Pink's not captured that for like 22 turns. It's one of the easiest properties to capture in the game. Something's wrong with that shit. Mr. Numi doesn't have enough. He needs a fighter. He needs some anti-air. He doesn't have enough to deal with these copters over here. So he's struggling for some time right now. Finally, the tank goes in and interrupts the guy. Finally, the first interrupt. Hooray, Numi. Good job, boy. What you gonna build this time? Gotta build like a fighter or some shit, right? He's $24,000 in the bank, and the Gigatrad himself didn't buy a single tech up unit. There was literally no reason why not to do that. He literally just built 3 infantry with 24K in the bank. God have mercy on this guy's soul. And now he's still... Look, this thing has fired 7 times. 7 times. And he's like... I can fire 7 times and kill like 20,000 units worth. I'm going to put 3 of them, man. Hey, Numi hasn't really understood what indirects are at this point. I don't think he knows what an indirect is because he hasn't killed a recon yet. I think JPRS literally thought Numi didn't know what an indirect did, like how it even operates, because he hasn't really figured it out at this point. So, that thing's going to run out of ammo, and you know it's there, but he's not doing anything. Oh my god. But Numi is so many more, despite all of the foibles. Just throwing out some nice vocab there. And blunders. He's got 47, I've never seen, even playing as Colin or Hachi, I have not seen 47,000 in funds before. You spend that shit. I don't know what he's doing with it. Okay, here's a knuckle duster. Okay, that's gonna kill. Oh, not quite. You have a bomber. You're killing an infantry with a bomber. You're putting that has been fired on before and it died. Nothing has moved. You doing it again. Numi. When someone has like a New Year's resolution, and they're like, this is the year for the new me. They're not talking about this new me. I freaking, bet your ball sack. That's not the new me they're talking. He just wanted to, okay, now we're back to the Phantom base too while we're at it. And he got the funds. But he's going 2 Neo tanks. Which you can both see if he moves the recon. Their recon is getting away with murder. That's a one-shot. Block rock incoming. I don't know what is even going on, but Numi still has double the unit value. But now these artillery are going to get 10 shots apiece, and this thing has run out of ammo. And he's not even found it yet. You should know it's there. And JP is getting close to getting income equality right now. This is just nutty, man. He's got more units. Oh my god. And now Numi's like backing off. He gets trapped for some reason. And now, after all that time, he could have just sat in the port and blocked that. But now he had a hankering. He's like, wait a minute, I should probably like move. And he gets trapped. The one turn he decides to move back, he gets trapped. Numi. Oh, Numi. Oh, Numi. Okay. Just don't fight into the meat grinder, Numi. Yeah, just consolidate. You're doing it. Recapture this property to the top, Numi. You can do it. Build the keycopter and an APC. What is this for? Tell me what this is for. What? Nothing is running out of fuel or ammo. Maybe this bomber in like 5 turns. God damn it, Numi. God damn it, Numi. It's like you're at the kid, like the teacher in class, and there's always the students like, 4 + 4 is 28. Like, god damn it, Numi. We learned those multiplication tables last week. But, it's like, god damn it, Numi. What are you doing, man? Is he gonna boost that? Does he know what a boost is? Ooh, there's 3 forests here. You gotta know. And he goes into all 3 to kill an infantry on a shoal. God damn it, Numi. God damn it, Numi. God damn it, Numi. JPRS. He needs the beatdown because he could have lost right here. Despite all of this shit, if he didn't have enough for a beatdown, he would have lost. Because he needs the extra range to fire on that infantry. So he should be happy. And now JPRS has more unit value than Numin does. More units. And only 2k behind. But we got a haymaker. God knows what that's going to entail. One shot at least on that fighter. Still going for the HQ cap. Killed off a recon on a shoal, even though you see a Neo tank right there. This APC is topping off a 3 HP tank that's probably going to suicide itself this very turn. But he's recapturing some properties. He's going for the HQ cap. He literally topped him off. It's like a kamikaze guy, like, hey dude, it's like a kamikaze pilot, like going to cut his hair. Going about his normal life. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna invest in this bank next week. It's like, dude, you're literally gonna murder yourself. You're gonna kill yourself by suicide, and you're doing all this stupid shit. Like, what is the point? Freaking kamikaze guy freaking getting a haircut. No one's gonna give a shit if your hair's cut when you're dead, boy. That's all I'm gonna say. Building a bomber. Back at it with this base over here. I'm not. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't know what goes on at that base. I don't want to know. I don't ever want to know. You're not getting that freaking. Killed a recon. Are you happy? Now he got one struck by a Neo tank and JPRS Morgan. He's starting to get a commanding little amount, and Numi's not giving up on the HQ. He suicides his Neo tank into the other Neo tank for purposes that are not disclosable. The HQ cap is officially squashed. He literally has 3 artillery because he knows Numi's like, bad Numi. Bad Numi. Bad. It's literally the Einstein saying, I don't think, misattributed, misquoted. If something doesn't work, you keep trying, you're insane. I would like to replace insane with baboonian because that is literally what's happening. Like, Numi, what are you doing, man? I'm picking on Numin. I mean, JPRS is making some dumb moves too. Let's not kid ourselves, but they're not as blatant. They're like micro misplays. Numin is just like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Numi's, I can't even describe. Can't think of an adjective. The bomber is retreating with 80 fuel and full amount of ammo, and there's an APC. Why is that bomber going home? Is it the end of his shift? Why is the bomber going home? What? You don't even see. I've never seen that in my life. Why is that bomber going home? Why? Now he's gonna this. Wow. Numin. Oh goodness. That's scary. Now Numi's behind on everything except for income. And he resigned. Draw? No, I'm pretty sure that's a resigner. It said, I think the time ran out or something. Numin definitely lost. I gotta look at the stats, because that just makes no sense. It was that close? 68 to... Why did it seem so much worse? Oh, yeah, value. Yeah, it was a lot worse. 100,000 more damage done. 3 bombers. 3 bombers killed. 3 Numin bombers. Oh my god, he had so much more income too. Oh my god. Oh, you guys wanted the lower level. You wanted to see what happened. Numin had a good income. Okay, let's look at the bright side. Numin did a good job getting these early properties on the strong side. He had income advantage the entire game. Good job, Numin. You got it. Even though it was a mech instead of an infantry, good job. You got the recons. You want recons, and yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. Usually I want the recons over here to get control, but whatever. You got income advantage. Good for you. They went in forest, got some intel. That was really weird by JPRS. Good job on the income, Numin, but it all started with that HQ. He was doing so well. So well. And then this is where things fell apart. Look, 2 bombers, medium tank, artillery, copter, tanks. There's no artillery or anti-air over here to kill the other bombers. Numin, by all means, should just won this turn. You don't need to get the HQ cap. You can win by routing the other person. You can win by just destroying all of their units. You don't need to win by HQ cap. But by God, he was set on that. The bombers wouldn't even attack, too. The bombers were like chilling. The bombers wouldn't even attack. They were like blocking. You don't use a bomber to block. You use a bomber to attack. And he kept trying to cap turn after turn after turn after turn. Jesus. Oh my god. JPRS, his moves were a little questionable too, but not as... That artillery literally ran out of ammo. Numin had all these units. He could easily discover that right now. Move this bomber here. I don't know, kill off that thing and just discover it, because you know something is there. You know something is there, and they kill the 6 HP infantry. I mean, you got this, but like... That artillery was literally there. And then he space skipped like a mother clucker. Just randomly too. And then he had the turn where he had fucking 48,000 in the bank. What the? I'd never seen that in my life. Why? Bomber, fighter. You could build 2 bombers this turn. Does he realize that? Sometimes I feel physical pain from watching these games. This is one of them. I don't know. I'm happy they submitted the game because you gotta learn. And I think they're doing better now. I think they're getting near 800. Actually, I think Numin might be inactive at this point. I think, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.